I did. There we
Actually,
go.
go to full screen. Okay, you've got sorted.
We got. All right. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, chap out. I'm doing very well. I've just been cooking up, relaxing, just working on some opportunities. How about you?
Opportunities. Oh, I'm doing
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Yeah, like what kind of
Yeah.
are they secret opportunities? These
To be honest, some of them I can actually share. I talked to with Sophigo's engineer about a few days ago.
hmm
Just fixed up his Genius page, and now I'm in. Woohoo! So
Oh,
I've just
let's
been
go.
like working on a whole lot of like melodic stuff. That's always my favorite stuff, is the melodic stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I kind of grew up in that kind of Gunna type beat era, where it was like very ambient, very actually, to be honest, it's mostly just guitars. Like,
So,
but
yeah, mostly guitars. Is like guitar your best like favorite instrument?
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
To be honest, like my favorite, probably the vocals. I can't lie. Like when you put vocals in like a loop or whatever, it sounds so good.
Oh yeah.
Like, like
I,
when it's like, "Ah."
I like messing with vocals. I like putting like recorded vocals and then putting a bunch of effects on them so it doesn't even sound human anymore.
Oh, I love that. I love that kind of like. I know some people are going to be like, but I like it with as much pitch correction as humanly possible. Like, I love that kind
Yeah.
of clean, almost robotic sounding sound. Especially with, like, human vocals. Like, it's so cool to me.
Oh, definitely. No, so all right, I'm gonna get into the first question. So, of all types of entertainment production, why did you choose music and why trap music specifically?
Ooh. So, I'll be honest, like, I started off this whole music production stuff because, but 20, actually, I've got a better story. So, it was about 2016. I was in
hmm
an autistic school. Actually, no, 2017. It was middle 2017, summertime. And also the staff member, let's call her S for today. So I was riding around with S in like the little people carrier they had at school. We were picking up some ice lollies. And, we are just like chilling. And I remember she played me Future's Mask Off. And in that car, at the time, I didn't even like Future. Like, I thought it was a bunch
Yeah.
of kind of stuff. But I mean, you kind of got that pressure when you watch like a whole lot of like YouTube videos on it. Like that's what I was into back in the day. But so I heard Mask Off and I was like,
Yeah, that
this is
flute.
good. Yeah, that flute, that beat, Future's flow,
Yeah.
what even like what Future was saying, it sounded really cool. So I started listening to more and more like trap music, and like at the time, like I had quite a weirdly diverse taste. I was just like listening to anything. Like I'm pretty sure I had some like obscure Prince songs on there at one point. But then I moved to old trap. Eventually, swung around, but at the time it was just like trap music.
Yeah.
And like before you knew it, I was deep into Gucci Mane's mixtapes. I was listening to OG the Juice Man. I was like going everywhere, like Chief Keef. I was trying to go deep with it.
So
And what?
it sounds like you heard Mask Off and you kind of wanted to recreate that almost. Is that
No, that's how I got into trap music. Now, how
right?
I got into production is essential to that because I listened to Drop Top Whoop by Gucci Mane and Metro Boomin.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
I,
one.
that one of my favorite albums of all time, or mixtapes, whatever you want to call it. I listened to Gucci Mane's Drop Top Whoop, and I really loved those beats. Like, I felt like I want to recreate that. I want to recreate that kind of energy, and that was one with Q beats all over it. Funny
Oh
enough,
yeah.
so I just wanted to recreate that kind of style, and then I found FL Studio, and so what brought me to FL Studio was my mother went in for an operation. I was at my grand's house at the time. I stayed there for about a week, and I just downloaded FL Studio, so I started playing around with it, and that started everything.
Have you ever considered moving dolls?
I've actually thought about it quite a bit. So I like Ableton. And I originally had an opportunity back in 2018-19 to get Ableton from a school. but I
Mm.
declined because I liked FL more. Like I could have got Ableton for free,
Yeah.
but I was like, no, no, no. I like FL Studio more. Like I like the workflow of it more. I like cooking up in it more.
Yeah.
But but what we'll say about Ableton, it's as amazing for recording stuff live. It's great for like automation and in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I've
Like you can
heard.
like just it's way easier. Personally, I find it way easier to like flip stuff. Like the default effects, in my opinion, are actually are decent and better ways than FL's. But FL's is also better ways than Ableton's.
Yeah, it's definitely pluses and minuses. I have heard automation is good in Ableton. Um so you could have gotten it for free though. I mean, come on, man. What happened? Just a free
What
product?
happened? Pride. That's what happened. I had Pride in FL and I decided against it.
I
I
got you.
decided against getting Ableton for free.
Okay. Well, all right, so I have another question for you. What kind of job would you have today if music was not your chosen route?
IT. I'll
AT?
be honest, there's no IT.
IET.
IT.
IT. Oh,
No,
okay.
no, yeah. IT like computers and stuff.
Yeah,
I would probably be deep into like computers. I'd be either repairing people's stuff or depending on how my alternative like pass goes, I'll probably be into cryptocurrency way heavier.
really.
Like I would probably be in like a pretty obnoxious crypto bro to be honest. Like that's that's how I see my. It's basically technology related is what my career would have went to.
So, would you be into code? Do you code at all?
Actually, I used to be able to code. Like I used to know HTML, CSS. I think I was just starting to learn Python, but I kind of lost interest in it a little bit.
Oh, really? Yeah, I want to get into C++,
Yeah,
so I can make
I need that.
plugins for music.
Ooh, to be honest, like I feel like that'd be awesome, but like the thing is, like with like the interfaces aren't good on like half of these products. Like on half of these like BSTs people make. I'm just like, oh man, it looks tacky sometimes. Is what I'm saying.
What specifically looks tacky again?
Well, it's just like a whole bunch of like random plugins, but are not made by like super big people. Like
Yeah.
Evermotion's the opposite of this.
Hmm.
Evermotion's got a good interface, but like there's a lot of like it'll be like Trap Dragon, for example, or just some like random like plugin or Mystics of Asia, and it'll be like the tackiest, cheapest interface you've ever seen in your life.
Oh yeah.
It just looks
So like the plugin interface looks tacky sometimes just because
yes,
they're not putting enough effort into it.
a mixture of not effort, not knowing what to do, and it, I don't know, just something. Often it just looks really tacky.
Does that affect production?
Yes, like if I'm going into, I'm not expecting it to look like a masterpiece, like, but at the very least, I want it to look kind of professional, kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
like with like analog lab. You've got all your categories and stuff, like you know exactly what you're doing, and it looks clean. But like with what was it? With these kind of like tacky plugins, like it'll just be like. And like you have to click through like five different menus to just get to some presets.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like
What was like that? That reminds me of something. I have a bunch of the main commercial plugins, but there's some that I've gotten like the synths that where the presets are hard to find, and I just wish it was like a main menu at the top, you know?
oh, definitely. Like there's some of these plugins that are just absolutely obnoxious with like their interface.
They
Like
want you to be confused so they can seem smart or something.
yes, sir. Like I feel
Anyway,
like
yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Okay, I was just gonna say, question three. So, All right, yeah, this is a good one. Why did you decide to start dancing for your videos for attention, like to get
Uh,
the
oh,
clicks? Why did you choose dancing specifically?
okay. So a little bit backstory. So I had a Connect years ago, and I used to play a lot of like Dance Central, Just Dance. I used to always love that dancing stuff. I
Okay,
actually won third. I actually won. Was it second, third place? I think I won second place at a school competition for dancing, for break dancing.
okay.
Uh, and the weird thing was, like, the number one, uh, some other kids got number one, and like, when I walked, when I was in the playground next day, they were like, "Oh, you should have won, you should have won, you should have won." Like, almost everyone said that. I'm like, "What?" Like, but really, why I started doing it on Instagram stuff is because I kind of just got tired of doing the head bob,
Oh
like
yeah.
there's only so much you can do with a head bob. And I was like, how can I do this? So I started like doing it in my chair. Then when I got my synthesizer at one point, I bought a mini freak. I can see it like some of my older reels. I'll be like, I'll just be like, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And that actually did really well. And then it progressed to like full blown dancing.
So it was basically an evolution of the head bop, is what it sounds like.
100%. And I feel like this is probably the biggest advice I'll probably give to the youth out there, even like established producers, like big industry guys. Stop trying to look cool. The
Oh
way to
yeah.
look cool is to do whatever the hell you want, do it 100%. Like, don't be like, like, look all like, not even mysterious, just like,
Stoic.
look too cool, stoic. Like, bro, it's 2025. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta have a
exactly.
bit of oomph in it. People love someone who's their self, someone who can actually have balls.
Exactly. It seems like it's one of those paradoxes where the more you try to be cool, the less cool you look, honestly.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. Like, I actually thought I would get bullied for this dancing stuff. I'll be 100% honest.
yeah.
Like, I felt like way more people would be like, what is this corny ass kid doing? Like,
Yeah.
but actually, the weird thing is, like, people love it because they're so used to the head bob. They're so used to people, all the producers looking cool and mysterious, or just cool and out the way, that they don't. When someone goes out and dances all on the screen, like they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
It
I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry.
I was
I'm
just
pretty
gonna
sure
say
the
my
last time.
I was just gonna say my first impression of you is like a really good one because of that, like what you're saying. Just something different.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The only reason why I stopped dancing like properly is really just because like the engagement got really crap at the end. Like really crap. Like pretty sure the last one I done got like 20 likes.
Dang.
Like it was horrific, and I was like, don't actually. I know I was going to stay consistent on this, but like, bro, come on.
Maybe it's
Like
just
it got
because like it's just like another dancing reel to them, you know? Like after a million dancing reels, it becomes like the head bop, they're already stimulated so much.
exactly like that's the thing is like I was being a bit inconsistent with it. Actually, was I? Yeah, I was. And two, like, I already done all these moves. I already danced all these dances that I was doing.
Hmm.
And, like, I think, honestly, I should go back to square one. Like, if I was, I stopped doing them, like, about a month ago. What I should do is go back to square one. And then start with the head bob, maybe a bit more of a, and then move back up.
So for people trying to get ideas, would you say that once they have an idea that has lived its lifespan, you just go back to square one and then like go back to the source essentially? Is that your advice?
Uh, Basically. It's something that I only just thought of, like, right now. But honestly, it seems very smart. Like because like the way I was dancing in like the last few deals, I was getting really tired of it. Like I had no moves left, and like I told a lot of people that when I said I was quitting it, like a lot of
Really?
people were like, "No," was like the damn, like that with a meme. Like people were like that, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't have any moves left." And to be honest, part of that, time to get to a little tangent. like for the longest time, like I wasn't like poking my shit, or I wasn't like what's it called, like being confident enough in myself.
Hmm.
Like all these people were like watch. It was like everyone was watching me. I was well aware that like I had all these industry guys watching me, all these like people I love watching me. But like I felt like crap. I felt like I'm not that good. Like I'm not like I had imposter syndrome essentially,
Yeah.
and that was because I was trying to keep it modest. That's what it was. Like I was trying to be fake humble essentially. Where I was putting myself down to look more humble. And ironically, that made me more arrogant.
I mean, I would say you've always been one of the more like interesting cases of confidence to me. Like you've been one of the more confident producers I've encountered. Just because I mean that's part of why I wanted to have this interview, honestly, is just because I wanted to hear your insights on how to gather like confidence as a producer. Because a lot of these people, when I look at these younger producers, especially, like we're in our rooms all the time, we're just making music, we don't interact with a lot of people. So it takes someone like you to kind of be able to do something different in the first place. So what's your advice to people who just lack confidence? What is the first step, you think?
Uh, I feel like the first step is get on a lot of Discord calls. Like
Okay.
go into like public VCs, go into like even just one-on-one calls, get in like any sort of like call with someone, FaceTime people. Because the thing, like public ones especially, because it's nerve-wracking as hell. Like you'll be nervous as hell. People will probably clown you, but that's what you need. You need like that to start off with. Probably do that for a year, then slowly start like building up to um with the reels. Like just know that if you try to like all stoic and cool, nobody buys it. Nobody's like, but if you like just go all out, go balls to the wall with it, people will love that.
Yeah.
Like people want a bit of oomph in their stuff. Like really, like when it comes to confidence, also like you gotta work for what's it called? Like I think I should share a bit more of my experience of like what I mean by fake humble
Yeah.
uh because that's a bunch of stuff I've been thinking of recently. Like back in the day, like I'd be like someone would be like, "Hey, thank you for showing me this." I'm like, "Hey, no problem." Like I didn't think it was that much, but okay. Like I was acting by trying to put myself down. Like I was just seeing like I definitely felt like crap inside. Where I was like I had no confidence in my work
Hmm.
or very little confidence. Like I was like, okay, a million other people can do what I do, but like, am I really the best? And it just took me like a moment to realize, wait a moment, I might as well just click. I might as well just put out that I'm the best producer in Scotland. Because if I just say that, then I've got like competition. Like, I I was watching this video on like what was it, companies and antitrust. There's a bunch of nerdy crap, but essentially what's really good is producers competing with each other, like companies competing with each other, like in a friendly kind of way, where they're trying to make the best product possible, the most engaging product, the most like and your music's a product essentially. It's art, but it's also a product. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
And like you're really wanting to like compete with these producers, not necessarily on place or get specific placements, but like just try to one up folk and like just in a friendly kind of competition way. I feel like that's the most important thing because we get told a lot, like, "Hey, don't compete with our producers. Don't do this. Don't do that." And well, that's great advice for avoiding burnout because I've looked at like let's say Juco for example. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, my little got it song is not even a stint on his entire discography, on his entire credits. Like, that's like the peak example of the bad kind of competition. For the good
So
kind of sorry.
so you're saying don't attract competition or attract competition? Like what's your stance on being confident and then being out there and then also when people start going at you?
So like when you receive like backlash or criticism is what you're saying.
No, not, so what you said earlier, you said if I were to go right now and say I'm the best producer in Scotland, you would have a bunch of people at your neck all of a sudden.
To be honest, like the thing with that statement was is one is true. I'm the best rap producer in Scotland, and two,
Hmm.
most of like the actual other rap producers in Scotland were like lightly bantering with me. They're like, hmm. They're like actually doing the competition thing. Like I love them, but I want to kill them metaphorically. But I did actually have one producer who was so insecure he started trying to get at me, trying to call me, "Oh, you're just a beat maker and all this."
Ugh.
Like he was trying to get like he was so arrogant with us. It actually became funny as hell.
Yeah, it's easy to make fun of those people, honestly. Um,
Yeah, I could go all day, but you know what? We've got better questions to do.
so okay, speaking of that then, um, okay. Would you say that you're purely a solo act? And if so, what benefits do you see in working alone versus on a team?
Oh, so the thing was, like, I wasn't with a team for a while. Like, I was basically like going between all these different cliques.
Hmm.
And to be honest, like, I still do that to this day. Like, I work alone, but like I work with a lot of other kind of people. Like, people say the industry is very cliquey, but if you figure out how to get in with all these cliques, like just like on Discord calls, even, like you'll find it becomes way easier. Like if you try
Yeah.
to find like a way in, like um so like there's this group chat I'm in with like all these like industry producers. Like I'm talking like people who have diamond records, platinum records. Like they're certified within it. And I hung like there's this Twitch chat that I was in. Uh they had a Discord server that had like a lot of like future platinum producers and all that. A lot of like sample makery kind of folk. Then one of the producers who had already had a diamond record ends up working. We end up working on it, getting along together quite well. We end up getting some of these pop song, and then he invited me to this group chat with like Nav and all them. I'm like, what?
Dang.
Like there's like some genuinely crazy people in there. I'm like, what the hell? This is awesome.
Yeah.
And like, I've actually managed to like build friendships with these people, like good relationships with these people, just by showing up on Discord. And sometimes it's not even. And to be honest, like for the first few months, it wasn't even about like making music. Like it's just chilling, get them used to me, all that kind of stuff.
So is there a benefit to being a solo act? Is there benefits to it?
Ooh. Uh, yes. Like it means that you're more flexible with it. Like, let's say you're part of like a strict team. Let's say 10 people. You can only work with those 10 people, for example.
Hmm.
Like you're only stuck with like 10 people. Like you don't have like good net. Like maybe the quality might be all right, but those 10 people are probably working with like everyone else. And you're stuck with like just 10 people.
Yeah.
Like they'll be work.
You get
Like I
trapped in
think
a
it's important.
box?
Yeah, you get trapped in a box of their network. By focusing too much on quality over quantity, you end up having less quality because you're not focusing on the quantity. I personally believe, like, just with anything in general, like, quantity leads to quality. Like, by working with, like, 100 artists, you'll find, like, the 10 that you really love to work with. Through, like, DMing and getting in with, like, 100 producers, you'll find, like, 10 or 50 that you really enjoy working with and fits your style.
So would you say you're more quantity over quality in the sense that once you work enough, you will hit quality anyway?
1 trillion%. Like, let's put it this way. So let's say you only have like 5 producers this month,
Hmm.
and you get like two good connections. And then let's say the other person who's more quantity based, they help like I don't know 75 people this month, and they get like even like 10 good connections. That's still way more than the other person. Like they
Hmm.
shot the shot, and that's what matters. Shooting your shot matters in this game.
Now, would you say that? So when I hear that, the only issue I hear with quantity over quality is that you could shoot your shot too much in the beginning when you suck at music, and
Oh,
then
definitely, definitely.
So would you say that what I'm hearing is that you should maybe have quality when you're first starting out and don't share your music, and then once you hit enough quality at a certain level, then you hit quantity.
Yeah, honestly, like I started off like just kind of like said that it was stuff regardless if it was actually good or not, and it was a pretty honestly like I had to wait until it's 2021 to when I actually learned how to make a good trap beat.
Hmm.
I'll be 100% honest, like the connections beforehand were kind of like,
Yeah.
but once I like kind of started getting a bit solid at melodies, like I feel like it's easier than ever today to like be a really good producer. Like just start. You could be like 4 months in, and you could be like crazy.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
And
yeah.
as long as you get like I don't know some mildly popular people using your melodies, that's a sign that just go all out, balls to the wall, just start sending out, hitting up people, and like as long as you're not, and people will notice that. Like I've seen, I remember when T9C was coming up. I know, like I remember when he was hitting up like 75 producers a day, something like insane like that. Like I know my friends were noticing that. They were noticing. Wait, this guy just hit me up as well, and this guy he hit me up as well. Like people were noticing. Like even for this is another piece of advice. Uh, your name travels very fast. Like if you do something, you people won't tell you directly, but your name it will spread fast within like the circles.
Oh,
Like some
definitely.
people see it as very gossipy or like clicky or basic bitchy. But honestly, honestly that's industry. Like I've done it as well. Like where I've probably gossiped on some folk, and for that, I mean, I partly apologize for that.
No.
So, like, what was I going to say about that? Damn. So, like, you kind of want to like be careful how you name, like, be careful
It's
with
out
your
there.
name sometimes. Yeah, like if you're like really arrogant to some folk, people will notice and people will like start to tell people like, "Hey, be careful with this guy. He's a bit arrogant." Or if you're like doing, or on the positive side, if you're networking so often and working with like all these crazy people, people will notice and be like, "Hey, you should work with Trap Out. Like he's there. He just worked with like Wheezy or whoever. Like
Yeah.
he just helped everybody in his circle."
So there's definitely pluses and minuses. It's definitely so while we're on networking, what would you say the worst thing you could do whenever your networking is? Like, what is the worst, what's the biggest sin when it comes to networking?
Oh damn! That's what I'm having to think about for a second.
Okay.
Oh man, what is the worst thing you could do when networking? Oh, I know what. I've just thought of one really bad. Give your email to other people with consent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the single worst thing you could do. Like I remember one time I was working with this producer. He quite he was kind of like a good name at the time. And I gave him my email, and then a few days later, I both got loops from him. And then I started getting like random some emails. I was like, eh? What? Where did they come from? So I asked them, hey, who sent you my email? Like this is a private one. And they were like, oh yeah, this guy. I was like, he gave you what? I had to like go back and tell him, like, hey, why the hell are you giving my email away?
Yeah.
Like, there's one thing to do it off of an email, like when someone's email list leaks. You ever had that?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to do it off that, and it's other thing that to do it when someone has given you explicit consent to for you to only you to send, and then you break that and just go like, "Hey, here's this guy's email. Here's this guy's email. He worked with like Go or whatever."
So essentially breaking someone's trust is probably the worst one by
One,
breaking their either leaking their
yeah,
work or leaking their projects or their email or something like that.
yeah, definitely breaking the trust. And there's some like caveats to that sometimes. Like I feel like with the advent of like FLPs, you can basically just like put people's lips in a pack and then send it out for some
Hmm.
drums. Like that's a like I might as well just rent out my email at that point. But I'm
Yeah.
not disencouraging it because FLPs are awesome.
Yeah. They're awesome. You just have to really trust the person you're working with. Can't, I mean, yeah, I've definitely sent stuff to people and then find out they completely changed the project and like ruined it in my opinion, just because they had access to the original files.
Damn. To be honest, I've had had an experience where they even barely change anything. I'm like, uh, what do you add? Uh,
Oh,
but I've
hi-hat.
probably done. Yeah, I've actually done probably the weirdest thing when it comes to this. Like every time someone sends me an FLP that I'm probably going to use, I end up stealing the jump sounds out of it, adding it to my own kit. I'm not even joking either.
That's funny.
But like, it's technically not unethical, but like, actually, fun fact about this. So this is produced in Scotland at the time. Shout out to my guy Bake. He knows about this. Uh, he's like doing way harder jumps than me. We had our first sessions together, and he ended up. So he sent me a few FLPs back on like the 4PF days and all that. And I was like, oh damn, these jumps are hard. So I took the jump sounds and added them to my own stash, and then got a strict placement off of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a strict placement off of Nicholas drums. And then
That's
the
funny.
first session, I told him that.
That's funny. Hey, I mean,
Bro,
hey, I don't see anything wrong with it.
yeah, it might. I definitely don't see anything wrong with it, but also I can see why people be like,
Oh,
like,
definitely.
the
It,
thing is, like, you get like unique drums that way. Like, there's a lot of like project files from people I get like that have some crazy like drum sounds that I've not discovered yet. Like, I think I was looking for like some needle paid kind of drums at one point, but none of the kits I was using were hitting like that. Then I just downloaded a few FLPs from people that I know who are good at that kind of stuff. Dum dum dum. Now I have the sounds.
dang.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Hang on. All right. So, okay, this is a simple one. What do you think you owe a large part of your success to so far?
Persistence. Lots and
Persistence?
lots of persistence. Like, so like when I was talking about Scotland, like a lot of people that I worked with, like at the start, they either fell off and got like really bitter, or they just moved on to like other parts of their lives, like became an accountant or something. And I just kind of like, and since I'm like in the house all the time, like shout out to my mother, she lets me do something rare and
Yeah.
like actually stay in the house, barely pay rent, and cook up. You know, working from home kind of thing. Like that's the way
Yeah.
she sees it. It's like working from home,
Okay.
and and yeah, I said that gave me like an advantage over quite a lot of people, and also just because like I like this stuff. Like, I'm not going
Hmm.
to say I have pleasant days most days. Like, come on, we're musicians. Like,
Yeah.
so we get like days where we hate ourselves, and then other days where we're making the best stuff of our lives. We're like, yes.
Yeah,
Like, there's days
exactly.
that we'll get like 19 likes on something. Nobody's engaging. I'm like, crap. And the next day you have like 200 likes before 12 hours is gone. I'm like, eh? I'm not even joking either. Like, hold on. Time to flex a little bit.
Yeah,
So
kind
I
of time to
posted,
flex a little bit.
yeah. So I posted this image of me in. Hold on.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah. So I posted myself in a kilt.
Mhm.
Arguably the most Scottish picture ever to exist.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. I got 200 likes before like I went to sleep.
Dang.
And I'm like, how? Actually, no,
Yeah.
I didn't know how. It wasn't how. It was like, damn, that was quick. Because I
Yeah.
knew if I posted pictures of me in a Scottish attire, people would love it because I'm Scottish.
Right. No, that's some good marketing.
Yeah,
Leaning into the joke.
yeah. The the weird thing is like, not too many people like broadcast their nationality in a way.
Hmm.
I'm afraid of like maybe getting like stereotypes. Bro, I remember back in 21, 22, I used to get rest at people who did the accent. Like the bloody Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Like I used to get so angry at that. But after a while I was like, why am I getting angry at this? Play along.
Yeah, exactly. It
And
makes you more likable.
I started like rather than being an insecure egotistical knob about it, just playing to the joke, like that's what it's really about, like just going absolutely in and all that, just and that's a bit lore essentially.
Have you ever read any books about like so while we're on the subject of being likable and how that helps like networking and things like that? Did you ever read any books about that, like being likable, or did you ever, how did you learn how to be more likable?
I just uh honestly like I think it's just like something I've always had, like in a way where like just a baseline of likableness.
Yeah.
Because like even when I was high school or that autistic school I was talking about, like people were always saying like, "Oh yeah, I was like so funny, like I was memorable." Like they saw me as like having like a bright future essentially,
Okay.
and I was like, and that like you can ask like half of people who are at my last school, they'll tell you that this was the thing that happened quite a lot. People would come back from talking to me and they'd be like, "Damn, that guy, that kid's really funny. Like
Yeah.
he's really charming, memorable, and kind of likable." So I just carried that on from from high school to what I'm doing now. Now, if we're talking about like practical stuff you could do to be more likable, uh, balls. Uh, damn it, I'm actually kind of stuck here because I've never been able to like put it in words like what other people could do to do this. I never really. I knew that I had a charm to myself, but like I didn't know I was likable like that.
No, I mean, I'd say you're pretty likable. I mean, maybe copying other people's like mannerisms or something. I don't know. I feel like it's mostly a mindset thing though, you know? It's
Yeah.
you can't copy someone and just like copy behavior and be likable. You have to be it, you know?
Oh crap. Yeah. So I think the main thing is like quite a bit of time you see people who are kind of like a bit different from their like online selves to their real life selves.
Hmm.
Whereas like even like when they're in studio, they're basically like almost crapping themselves. They've been in the studio a few times by the way, but like they're
Yeah.
kind of like a completely different person from what they are online, and it's kind of like jarring.
Yeah,
Like
I've
I feel like I might as well just be myself. Like I've got nothing to lose from being myself.
right.
Like 0% to lose from like I've got everything to lose if I was starting to copy other people and start to sound like someone I'm not.
Okay. So it's do you think that's a mindset other people should adapt, having nothing to lose socially?
Yes. I honestly feel like people get in their heads often. Like I think it was Wavy Beats that was talking about this recently. The spotlight effect, where people think like people you think people are more absorbed into you as have more eyes on you than you think.
Yeah.
Like just because you get likes, like people think you're no. Hold on. You think that other people are more interested in you than you think. People are going to point out your flaws more than you think. Like, it's not that nobody cares per se, but like, they care a lot less than you think.
It's not that they don't care about you, they care about themselves more than they care about you.
Yeah, everyone's self-centered. Like, literally everybody in the world is self-centered.
Hmm.
Like, they don't care about your little flaws or whatever. That's actually the charm.
Yeah.
Like, like if you go out with, like some bold fashion piece on you, like nobody's going to care. Like people have other things in their lives. They're probably trying to have coffee or something.
Yeah.
But like I say, just if you really want to just go for it, just go for it. Like don't try to be something you're not. Everyone can recognize as a phony.
Hmm.
Like of course you can learn you can be the best version of yourself. Like I'm not saying like just stick to one version of yourself for the rest of your life. nah. But you want to like adapt yourself. You want to like just try to be a better, let's say, trapper. You want to be a better Asendo. Like
Hmm.
you want to be a better. You want to just like try to progress every day while not trying to be like someone else.
Right. You
Like
have to be
how many
unique.
producers exactly? The thing that makes you unique is you. Like as I said about like being cool and mysterious, that's easy to do.
Yeah.
Like you see so many producers who act like the exact same because they're afraid of like stand afraid if they stand out too much, then that'll ostracize them. Like it'll kind of like cut them off from certain opportunities, burn bridges to certain people. When in reality, people want to see personality. People want to see you for what you are. And people want to see like what's it called? Maybe you have different passions or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they want to see everything of you.
They want to see flaws.
Exactly. They want to see your bad times, they want to see your great times. Like, not everything can be in the highlight reel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've posted in the past about my mental health struggles. I've posted about, remember, I think it was this April. Like, I was talking about like some crazy stuff about my autism
Hmm.
on Autism Awareness Day, and like I was talking about like how I used to have like violent meltdowns, where like it felt like I was in a void. I was just attacking folk. It's something I deeply regret, but I couldn't control at the time.
Yeah.
So like, I think it just kind of humanizes people, and like if you just put all of that into practice, like just let people know, just keep it real. Like raps are
Right.
based on keeping it real. Like it's the number one advice people give all the time. But I feel like you can tell people to keep it real, and then like, do you like practice it? Do you
Yeah.
practice being like yourself?
Is there something you have to say to people who are having trouble getting over the fear of being themselves?
To be honest, to those people who are struggling with being themselves, first of all, nobody cares as much as you think they do about like your flaws or what you perceive like might happen if you like be yourself, if you be who you truly are, whatever that fear might be. For like 99% of it, like you're actually fine. Like you might actually get more attention, more of what you want for
Right.
that.
Right.
Two, I say do the complete opposite if you're scared about like being yourself. Do the opposite. Be scared of being a phony. Being scared of
Mm.
like that's what you want to truly fear is but trying to copy people so much that like it's always nice to like refer back to their habits or whatever. Like if you see someone like a good work ethic, you want to kind of study them, see how the hell they do it. Like my guy Djax, he has like I saw him like go from just a guy to like being like TNT's right hand guy and like making all these hits and stuff. I saw him progress in real time. And, like the one thing that actually got him in the door and all these songs and all this is one thing: work ethic. Like looking back now, you could see like him making like 5, 10 beats a day, always sending them out every single day. Like he was grinding. Like
Yeah.
he was networking like all these different pain producers. Like he done phenomenally well. And when it comes to like what's it called? When it comes to
What we
j-
were talking about earlier?
no, what was I just talking about 2 minutes ago?
Talking about being yourself and fear of the
Oh yeah,
fear of being yourself.
oh yeah. So the fear of being phony.
Fear of being
Like
phony.
everyone, yeah, that's what you really want to have is fear of like copying people so much that you end up not being yourself. You end up trying to be a fake. You end up like acting in a way that you can kind of feel in your stomach, acting in a way like you aren't.
Yeah.
Like being like people were noticing like some producers using like fake AAVE, African American vernacular English. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, people were noticing that, and for some people that is definitely forced. Like people are trying to force all this slang and stuff just try to fit in. But on our hand, like when you're around certain circles, like you tend to naturally like pick up on it, and you can tell when someone just naturally picks up off of it, and when someone's trying to force the slang.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's definitely noticeable. It's definitely something people should look out for more in themselves because it definitely has consequences on them that they don't realize.
yeah, I remember it was this one producer, Emerald Beats. He was on the radar, and he got like really disrespectful about soul and boom bap. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, get that unction out of here." Like it wasn't even like there was an issue of him necessarily not liking soul and boom bap. Like that was, I don't think that was necessarily the issue. It's just a really disrespectful way he talked about it as a white guy. He was a
Yeah.
white drill producer, talking really down, talking like really angrily, like jingling hate in his heart for like the stuff that made rap, like for the most part, and like being like, oh yeah, that's just an like he was really dismissive about it essentially. And like I remember seeing all these critiques about it, like, oh yeah, we who let all the white producers in the game and like appropriating our culture. But I feel like that's honestly less of an issue because I know he was hanging around a lot of like New York drill artists, so he might have picked up on some of the slang. I feel like that's a point that people kind of or what's called
Overlook?
uh overlook. Whereas like they don't real people think like we're talking like a bunch of like a bunch of phonies. We're talking like God forbid I say a bunch like we're trying to fit into something that we're not. But for some of us, we're like, what the hell? Please cut that
All right.
bit out. But essentially, what I'm trying to say is like we kind of like trying to. It seems like we're trying to. Some of us are trying to fit into stuff that we aren't like supposed to be. But for some of us, like we're actually like part of that. Like we're actually like part of the culture. Like people who
Right.
are part of like the scene, and like you kind of notice it in how they talk. Like there's a difference between sounding like you're, even though like I'm personally like white, I'm a white Scottish guy. Like sometimes I pick up on the mannerisms or the kind of like the way I use words. But
Yeah.
like sometimes, but for some other people who maybe aren't as familiar with it, it just sounds like a cringe ass mother being like, "How you
Yeah.
doing, y'all?" I'm like, ugh. Start cringing out when your brother puts on a backwards cap and then just starts going, "Yo, yo, yo, yo." I'm like, ugh.
And people do that, and then and then everyone's like, "What are you doing, man?"
Yeah, they're like, "Please stick to Blue in Farmville, bro."
Yeah. Just shut up and make some drums, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Show up and
speaking of drums, this is my last question. All right. Do you see drums as an accent to the melody or vice versa?
bro, I actually have a good one for this.
Okay.
So I feel like drums dictate the genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you make like if you take like a random ass melody, I don't know, "Surfing the Tsunami" by Future. If you put like that without drums, it's not a trap song. Like it's kind of like a melodic, like kind of an electronic kind of like atmospheric song. Like if you
Right.
take the vocals, if you take vocals and drums out, because Future's clearly rapping. If you take the trap drums out, it's like a bit of an electronic kind of synthy kind of like atmospheric track, something you'd hear in a cinema.
Yeah.
But like when you put the drums dictate the genre, so like if you put the trap drums in, it's going to be a trap song. Especially when you get like someone like Future on it. If you put like I don't know electronic drums, like that's an EDM song. Like the melody, like the melody dictates the feeling. The drum dictates the kind of like groove and the genre.
I've definitely thought of that too, honestly, like that exact feeling with drums, because what defines trap besides the drums, really?
Nothing really like, and what even is trap? Like
Yeah, exactly.
because a lot of it is like southern hip hop. Like what was basically before trap. Like we dictate like a lot of it is like a lot of like the early trap stuff is just southern hip hop. But like we call it trap because well we need something to call Lex Luger stuff. and Southern hip hop didn't seem, it seemed like it's a new thing,
Yeah.
like with the blowing soundphone horns and really aggressive hi hats and 808s. Like it seemed like a different kind of. So yeah, we changed the name.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Like
is
I
there
feel like
anything
there's a
else you
lot.
want to what?
To be honest, I was just going to go into a little bit more of a, well, not a rant, but a tangent about genres and stuff. So I
Okay.
feel like with trap, as per se, like it's kind of like it evolved like insane. People think like the drums are the same as they were in 2015, and like technically, but like we've also had like drill pop off. Like we've had like the old school drill, like the Chicago drill, and then we've
Yeah.
had like UK drill, which is like 142 reverse Nexus pianos, 808s go slidey slide.
Yeah.
And then we got the New York drill, which has like multiple different variants to it. Like you've got the kind of like pop smoke kind of stuff. Then you got like the sample drill, where it's like a little bit faster, maybe more Ice Spice oriented kind of stuff. Whereas like, and then you got like sexy drill, which is Cash Cobain's kind of thing for a year. Whereas like more R&B ish, talks a lot more about sex. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got like the resurgence of Jerk, which is like using all these kind of like trap sounds that probably came from Jerk, but it's like it still uses like kind of like a lot of trap sounds
Yeah.
for like a more for a different kind of vibe. Then you got like kind of like similar to that hood trap. You've got hood trap, which is like really aggressive, like mix of like trap and drill. You can tell like the drill producers had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Like it's really dark melodies, like kind of like drill. But then you got like an old tactic they used to use on trap beats where they put the snare and 808 at the same time, like
Yeah.
you start to see that a lot more often. And I'm probably missing like five other genres that just came from trap alone.
Yeah, exactly.
But like essentially what I'm saying is like people think it's the same, but it's changed so damn much like in the past like 10 years alone. Like I feel like we just don't see it because like we're so absorbed in the culture every day that it doesn't seem like progress. It doesn't seem like motion. But like there's stuff people are making, people stuff that people are making right now that wouldn't even seem imaginable 5 years ago.
Yeah. It's crazy just the progress we've made.
Yeah, and I feel like one last thing. Uh, Thank you for allowing me to do this call.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
so I feel like people say rap is dead. People always say that, and it really irritates the tits off of me
Yeah.
because like I feel like since about 2020 2019, we're in like the crate digging era of music where you can find like 50 songs that you really love. You just have to go look for them. Like go a little bit below the surface. Hell, you can use the surface to get there. Like I don't know, you can look up like an artist that you like in the mainstream. Like I don't know, go on Rap Caviar, look up Gunna, and then go through his features, go through like the people featuring him, and then just go on an absolute spree. You'll definitely find like 50 songs that you love.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you'll find 50 songs you love in our genres you'll like. There's so much music out there, and even if it might not hit charts, which to be honest, like Morgan Wallen owns the charts, we should just accept that Morgan Wallen owns the charts.
Yeah.
Uh, like charts isn't even a good indicator since there's songs like from about 2005 that will get viral. There's songs like there's songs like What the Helly that like added a new phrase into like Let's Go or whatever, but it only has like 13 mil streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
Like actually, it has nothing
So you're saying
essentially.
don't look at the charts necessarily to determine if something is dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like the top 40 isn't going to tell you much,
No, it
especially
isn't
for
really.
like rap might be a big ass genre, but like the charts are mostly just filled with like mid-tempo kind of pop, middle of the road stuff. I'm Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, and Morgan
Occasionally a
Wallen.
rap
Yeah.
song, occasionally a rap song will break off like I don't know the box
Yeah.
or the box back in 2020. Like I never seen a song do that crazy
No.
with that kind of style. But essentially, rap ain't dead, rap is not dead, rap ain't dead, rap ain't dead,
Yeah.
rap ain't dead. Ho. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
thank you very much for having me, Trevor. I deeply
Hey,
appreciate you,
it's
and
no
I
problem,
deeply
man.
appreciate what you should, and hopefully you get some other people on this that could go up some nuts with this. So yeah, I'll
Yeah,
see. I love you and I appreciate you.
it's no problem, man. Hey, and thank you for coming on here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day.
Ain't no problem. I have all day.
Yes, sir. All right.
So thank. I
All right. I'll see you, man.
see you, mate, guy. Peace.
Peace.